Hello, good morning. This is Amy, the belligerent Bible worker, and my baby girl Shiloh. And we are continuing the series about how to get our church's guests ready. And I've been going through a rubric that my friend and I designed, and I want to share the next step where I really think that our churches could step up our game. And that is after the service, post service. Isn't that right, Shiloh? So, grade your church on how you do after the service. I believe that no matter what happens during the service, it's forgivable. Even what happens before the service, forgivable. If your guest doesn't get greeted properly or shown around, if the church service is full of weirdness, all of that's okay if you get the after party, which is what I call it, right? So I would have a goal that every guest or visitor, first time, second time especially, would be greeted by a church member within a minute of that music ending. There are a lot of people who will just even wait a few seconds and then head for the back door. And some people want to be incognito, and that's okay, but we should at least give them an opportunity by following up with them. So follow up with the person who initially greeted them is important as well. So a lot of greeters disappear 10, 15 minutes after the service starts or when the message starts, but never go back out in the lobby. I think that an excellent church is going to have their greeters back in the lobby afterwards, looking for those people they connected with initially and asking how they found the service. Making sure that if you have a potluck or fellowship meal, that person gets an invite. And not only that, we'll talk about this later, they don't only get an invite, they have somebody to sit with. So whether that's the greeter themselves or whether they're connecting them with another family or, somebody with similar interests would be best if you could ascertain that. Just making sure that we don't do that thing where we say, visitors go first, and then they sit there and nobody talks to them. That's not a fellowship meal. And frankly, a trip through the Taco Bell drive-through is way more appealing to a lot of people than to sit somewhere with no attention. And then the visitor should be provided several ways to continue the relationship. So whether through email or trading phone numbers or getting them more information, they should be able to access pastor staff, secretary, online stuff. There should just be several ways to do that. So grade yourself on that. That's exceptional. Acceptable is follow up with a greeter who initially spoke with them. Honestly, I think it's way more powerful when just people who are members do it, but staff and, people who are assigned to that task, that can be meaningful as well. And then invitation to and information about the church newsletter, upcoming events, and offering to sit with them or introduce them to someone at the fellowship lunch. So I think acceptable and exceptional are closer together on this one than any of the others. And you know that you need action if there's little or no follow-up with the greeter, little or no follow-up with any members after the service, no interaction with members. If you know your church frequently has people out the door and no plan on how to capture them, you're the one I'm talking about. That's a big flag. You can't grow your church if people are leaving the service without any interaction. They need lots of opportunities to continue a relationship with you as an entity and with you personally, more importantly. So that's it for today. And next, talking about some of those next step communications and those offerings a little bit more in detail. But that's it for now. See you next time.